So my most memorable cinema experience was probably the first time that I ever went to the cinema, which happened to be the Broadway Cinema. And I came to see Jurassic Park, and I must have only been about 6 years old, and I was absolutely terrified. When that dinosaur T-Rex came out, I think the whole cinema screamed, and it really stuck in my mind as a memorable experience.
I really enjoyed the latest Bond movie. In the cinema, there was something really impressive about it, the way how it opened, and I just love like the snowy, icy scene as it opens. I just remember thinking like, wow, the sound design is just insane in the cinema.
For me, it was The Shape of Water, and it was here in the cinema. The cinematography was just beautiful, the set, but I just remember it was really breathtaking, and the narrative for me was the strength, but also the beauty and the colour. I think for me was something that I took away and I still remember.
I went to watch The Dark Knight. I think it's one of my most memorable cinema experiences because I really just got lost in the film. I remember about halfway through just almost kind of like coming round and remembering, oh, I'm in a cinema watching a film. And I think that's something a lot of the times you really only get from watching a film in the cinema.
I thought probably my most memorable cinema experience was probably working here at the Broadway, and it was the first staff screening, and it was Interstellar. It was just like completely out of this world, and the whole room was empty. Every single time, without fail, I am on the edge of my seat.
The off time back in the day when the ice cream lady used to walk around, and I remember the red ribbon and them just holding the ice creams. I couldn't wait for an ice cream.
Ooh, I think it was the Dam Busters. That was the film to go to in Bedford, and of course just after the war, so that was the thing, and they were heroes, the Dam Busters. And sometimes we'd see if we can get to 2 films on the same day, in the days when you can go round and round and keep watching.
I think one of my favourite memories was seeing all of the Star Wars films, all the sequels back to back. We all queued up at like midnight to see the last one of the trilogy. The experience of going there to see them with people who are huge like Star Wars fans, the atmosphere was great. Like I was chatting with people who I'd never met before in the queue, chatting with people between the films who were sat next to me. Just that atmosphere, that movie-loving atmosphere was fantastic, and I think that's one of the reasons why people still do and should go to the cinema.
I remember going to see, to be honest, like the Harry Potter series, because I kind of grew up and was like the right age for all of those characters, so grew up with them. The first one in particular, I remember being like a real kind of game changer at the time, and because I used to share my cinema experiences with my granddad a lot as well, so it was kind of those early experiences, because he's a big film fan as well.
The cinema is quite unique. There's nothing quite like going to the cinema. It's the best of the arts, in my opinion, because it's essentially all of the arts combined. It's painting, it's sculpture, it's music, it's sound, it's poetry, it's writing. And going to the cinema as opposed to watching it at home or in other media is particularly special because of the conditions of being in a beautiful space like this, in the darkness, big screen, giving it your full attention. There's really nothing quite like going to the cinema.
It's the time where you're with your family or your friends, what you can't then get at home or watching it with TV. You know, it's an experience and something you can talk about afterwards on the way home. You know, you're sitting in a screen with about 100, 200 people, and you can hear the atmosphere or feel everything what's going on.
It takes you out of the normal humdrum of your normal day's job or your day's work or day's life to something a bit special. So a bit like the last film I saw here, which was Indiana Jones. You know, I remember, first time I saw Indiana Jones, I was at university as an 18-year-old, and I've sort of lived Indiana Jones throughout, and it becomes that sort of living experience outside of your normal life, really, I guess.
It's really an opportunity just to stop. I'm quite a fidget. I can't really sit down at home. I'm always doing something. So if I watch a film at home, I'll invariably be trying to do something else at the same time. So I think it's a really nice time just to stop and just become engrossed in that movie and come with your friends as well, especially one of my closest friends. We quite often come to cinema together, and it's become quite a thing, and it's quite a nice thing to do and only enjoy that film and not have to think about anything else.
If there's a new film coming out, the best thing you can do is watch it, on the big screen for the first time.